Okay, this is a video on what I've been up to. I'm going to talk more about the collaging and the new collages I'm doing. And I'm also going to talk about the book that I have. I think everything is in focus here. This is the Hilma of Klint Notes and Methods of her art. She was doing art at the turn of the 19th century, turn of the 20th century, in the early 1900s. She was born in the 1800s, did work, is trained as an artist, and then she started doing kind of abstract work before anyone else started doing it. But her abstractions were about messages from spirit, or kind of spirit drawings. Essentially, now a lot of what she talks about in this book, it's most of it is Swedish, but there is some translation in here. It's about how everything is connected and how things on another dimension or another world, spiritual world, or whatever your belief system is, has impact on us. They impact us, and we, not we, but the worlds impact each other. The spirit world impacts us, this reality, this dimension, and there's an interaction going on at all times, at all levels, from the subatomic areas, parts, all the way to the cosmos. And so it's this interplay that always exists, and that's pretty much, I think, the basis of her thought. And then she did a lot of drawings to illustrate that, or drawings that came intuitively from her, spiritually, from meditation or from seances. So this is her book. She didn't sell anything. She wasn't a big time seller when big time. She didn't sell her stuff at all. She just worked on this for decades, and this was her family put this together. So it's very cool pictures, but it is kind of hard to understand what's going on. And she even said that it was hard for her to understand, but she just kept intuitively drawing and making things, make paintings. And she did have, I think in Sweden, she did have a showing a few years ago of all her work put together by her family. Anyways, the thing about this is, the best thing for me anyways, is this, she has these definitions. So just the definitions alone will give you a good idea of where she's coming from. Now here she has this word, BWVS, the physical world submission to the spiritual world. So that's a language. She has her own language here, but she talks about what the definition is. So this, you get a sense of what she's talking about in the pictures when you look at the definitions. And that's kind of what I'm working off of. So I found this really interesting, and it is available on Amazon. I think it's like $40, but it's a beautiful book. It's really heavy. It's got all her, it's called Notes and Methods of Hilma F. Klint. Now I'm going to show you what I've been doing. So I have 9 of these, and these are photographs. They're larger photographs than the actual collages. So it's all about, I'm trying to bring, in the picture, I'm trying to showcase or illustrate the different dimensions and the interactions between the dimensions. So here, this is called prayer, and we have an angel with a mortal, a person. There's a relationship with those two, and here's another. This would be another aspect to maybe another reality, another different dimension. And so here is prayer is this way. It could be also this way. So my interpretation of a topic, and this is my intention lettering. This is called wheel, and again, there's a person going through a difficult time, but then she has, there's someone or something sort of going to help her navigate the situation. This is called Innocence of Birth, and here we have a connection to 2 other dimensions, maybe a spirit in another dimension. You know, it's just my interpretation of, of her thoughts, called connectedness, human, animal, and then a connection of spirit or of another dimension. And it's giving birth to these things. This is called Guardian. So we have a sleeping girl here, and then there's an angel-like figure here, and then there's the angels connected to the spirit or to another dimension. So there's that connection there, and this is called Guardian. I did 9 of these. A heart energy. So we have the Cupid, but we have this energy that is possibly out of our dimension, but it's energy, heart energy, love energy that's coming down into the moral, and it's affecting her. She has this halo around her. And these are all my lettering that I do for my intention. This is called intention. So we have another dimension coming down, affecting his mind and his heart, and that in turn leads to his intention of growing something. This is a little plant that's growing. So all these lines are connecting different dimensions, but it's not really dimensions, just different energies. Yes. This is learning to write. This is the spirit world, and then she's looking at that, and she's learning to write this. And these are my intention writings that I write positive intentions with that lettering. And then this was the first one, called Manipulation. It wasn't really a little bit different than the rest, but it was my first one. And again, it shows something above, below. There's a manipulation. The people are pulling and tugging, and things are falling. So it's like different dimensions. There's this energy going on at different levels and making different things happen. So that's where I'm going with this. Now, I want to do, since I started this, these kind of, since I looked at the book and started doing these collages, I'm thinking of, this is the way I'm going. I'm going in this direction. Now I have 9 of them. I'm not sure. I want to get 50. I don't know where this is going to go. So we'll wait and see. But I haven't yet formalized my narrative on these. But that's what's happening right now. That's the direction I'm going in. So what I'm working on are these collages that bring in different energies from different dimensions. You know, it's just intuitive, really. And that's where I'm going with it, but I haven't quite defined the whole thing, so I'm in the middle of it. I think it does still have something to do, it has to do with a lot of things I've been interested in. You know, I've been interested in philosophy. I took my bachelor's degrees in philosophy. But it's also interested in the artwork of Klint, and also in tarot, and also in archetypes, and also in, you know, dimensions. So I'm trying to figure it out myself, you know, as best as I can. And to put it in some kind of visual platform that may be interesting, at least interesting to me. Yeah. So that's where I am at now, and I'm excited about it. Except today I was going to do a painting and a collage, and I kind of lost. I had trouble putting it together. So we'll see where it leads. I have no idea where it's going to go. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.